Talk of Papoose and Remy Ma's relationship coming to an end, an alleged divorce letter, and rumors of a new marriage with Claressa Shields reports are swirling tonight that have fans glued to their screens, refreshing timelines and questioning everything they thought they knew. According to a wave of online chatter and unnamed sources, story is emerging that sounds less like real life and more like a reality TV cliffhanger. Reports claim that a private letter allegedly tied to divorce has sent shockwaves through the hip-hop community. While whispers of a new wedding date are lighting up blogs and comment sections everywhere. None of this is confirmed, but the noise is impossible to ignore. Fans are shocked as social media fills with speculation about what could be happening behind closed doors. Some claim the letter was emotional and final. Others insist it was misunderstood or taken out of context. Screenshots, voice notes, and secondhand accounts are being shared at lightning speed, each one adding fuel to an already blazing fire. Emotions ran high as longtime supporters of the couple questioned how things could reach this point after years of public loyalty and love. At the center of these reports is a dramatic triangle that has left the family divided in the court of public opinion. Some fans are standing firmly behind Remy Ma, arguing that she deserves clarity and respect. Others are convinced that Papoose has already moved on, pointing to alleged signs and supposed timelines that hint at a future with Claressa Shields. Every gesture, every past interview, every lyric is being re-examined as if it holds a hidden clue. What makes this situation even more intense is the claim that a wedding date may already be set, turning speculation into full-blown controversy. If true, it would mark a stunning shift that few saw coming. But for now, it remains exactly that. Talk fueled by reports, rumors, and relentless online debate. One thing is certain though. Fans are watching closely, emotions are running wild. And this story is far from quiet as the reports continued to circulate. The atmosphere around the story grew heavier with speculation and emotion. People close to the situation were said to be stunned, not because relationships change, but because of how sudden and dramatic these claims appeared online. Longtime followers began revisiting old interviews and public appearances, searching for moments that might now seem different in hindsight. Casual smiles, supportive comments, and public praise were suddenly being reinterpreted as possible signs of distance or tension that no one noticed before. According to online chatter, the alleged letter became the center of endless debate. Some sources claimed it was calm and respectful, while others insisted it carried the weight of frustration built over years. Fans were quick to take sides, with many arguing that private matters should never reach the public in such a messy way. Others felt that once celebrities live their lives publicly, these kinds of stories are inevitable. Emotions ran high in comment sections as people argued not just about loyalty, but about fairness and truth at the same time. Rumors surrounding Claressa Shields added another layer to the drama. Supporters of hers pushed back hard, saying she was being unfairly dragged into a situation based purely on speculation. Others claimed there had been quiet signs of a growing bond that fans simply ignored. None of this was backed by confirmed statements, yet the idea of a new beginning was enough to send the internet into a frenzy. Fans are shocked by how fast the narrative shifted from separation talk to wedding date whispers. Friends and associates, according to reports, were left divided. Some were said to be offering support behind the scenes, urging calm and privacy. Others allegedly felt betrayed by how quickly the story escalated online, fearing lasting damage to reputations and families. The idea that a divorce letter and a future wedding could exist in the same conversation made the story feel unreal, almost scripted, like something pulled straight from reality television rather than real life. Meanwhile, Remy Ma supporters voiced concern over her silence. Many believed that staying quiet was a sign of strength, while others worried it allowed rumors to grow unchecked. Every hour without a statement seemed to invite new theories. Some fans claimed silence meant acceptance. Others insisted it was strategy. The lack of clear answers only deepened the mystery and kept attention locked on every small update. Papoose too, became the subject of intense scrutiny. His past words about loyalty and commitment were shared repeatedly, with fans questioning whether those statements still held meaning. Some argued that people evolve and relationships end without villains. Others felt the alleged timing of everything painted an unflattering picture. Emotions ran high as supporters clashed over whether personal growth justified such a dramatic turn of events. As days passed, the story refused to slow down. Blogs continued to post updates citing unnamed insiders, while reaction videos flooded platforms with passionate commentary. Fans are shocked by how invested they have become, admitting that the uncertainty keeps pulling them back for more. The family was left divided not just privately, but publicly, as strangers debated deeply personal matters as if they were their own. What stands out most in these reports is the emotional weight carried by everyone involved. Beneath the rumors and alleged letters are real people whose lives are being discussed without confirmation. Some voices online began calling for empathy, reminding others that reports are not facts. Still, the pull of the story remains strong, fueled by unanswered questions and the human desire to understand. How love stories changed so dramatically by the time the discussion reached its peak. It became clear that this was no longer just about a letter or a rumored wedding. It had turned into a broader conversation about trust, privacy, and the cost of living in the public eye. Fans continue to watch closely, waiting for clarity, knowing that until confirmed words are spoken, everything remains part of a story shaped by reports, reactions, and relentless speculation. The conversation shifted again as new reports began focusing on how the people closest to the situation were allegedly reacting in private. Insiders claimed that family dinners became tense, with conversations carefully avoiding names and headlines, yet the silence itself spoke volumes. Some relatives were said to be urging patience, reminding everyone that online narratives often twist reality. Others reportedly felt frustrated, believing that the constant rumors were painting incomplete pictures that ignored years of shared history and mutual respect. Fans continued dissecting every public appearance, even ones from months ago, looking for signs that now felt loaded with meaning. A quick smile on a red carpet, a brief pause before answering a question, or the absence of a familiar face at an event suddenly became evidence in the court of public opinion. Emotions ran high as people debated whether these moments truly hinted at trouble or were simply being rewritten by the current narrative. The story grew not because of new facts, but because of how intensely people searched for meaning. Online commentators also began discussing the pressure of long-term relationships lived in the spotlight. Some argued that expectations placed on public couples are unrealistic, leaving no room for private growth or quiet change. Others pushed back, saying that openness invites accountability. This clash of perspectives kept the discussion alive, turning the alleged letter into a symbol of something larger than a single relationship. Fans are shocked at how deeply personal struggles can become public entertainment overnight. At the center of the chatter, Claressa Shields was repeatedly mentioned, often without context. Supporters spoke out strongly, insisting that she deserved to be seen as an individual, not a rumor. They argued that speculation about future plans based on vague reports was unfair and harmful. Still, others claimed that public figures understand the risk of association and attention. This tug-of-war over blame and responsibility added another emotional layer to an already crowded narrative. Some blogs claimed that friends had tried to mediate quietly, hoping to calm the situation before it spiraled further. According to these reports, there were attempts to encourage honest conversations away from cameras and comment sections. Whether those efforts succeeded remains unclear. But the idea that private dialogue was happening offered a small sense of balance amid the chaos. It suggested that beyond the noise might still be respect and care guiding decisions. Remy's continued silence became a focal point again. Supporters described it as dignified, a refusal to engage in speculation. Critics viewed it differently, suggesting that without her voice, the story was being shaped entirely by outsiders. This divide reflected a broader debate about how celebrities should handle rumors. Speak too soon and risk fueling drama, or stay quiet and allow assumptions to grow. There seemed to be no perfect answer, only choices with consequences. Meanwhile, Papoose's past interviews resurfaced repeatedly. Words about partnership, loyalty, and perseverance were quoted and re-examined. Fans debated whether those sentiments were promises or simply reflections of a moment in time. Some felt disappointed, while others argued that growth sometimes means acknowledging when paths no longer align. Emotions ran high as people projected their own experiences onto the story, finding pieces of their lives mirrored in the headlines. As speculation about a possible wedding date continued to circulate. Many questioned how such specific details could emerge without confirmation. Skeptics dismissed it as click-driven storytelling, designed to provoke reaction rather than inform. Yet even those who doubted the claims admitted that the idea of such a swift transition was hard to ignore. The contrast between an alleged separation and talk of new beginnings kept audiences hooked. Scrolling for updates late into the night, the family was left divided not just by opinion, but by the sheer volume of attention. Reports suggested that some members felt overwhelmed, struggling to shield younger relatives from the constant chatter. Others were said to be more vocal, pushing back against narratives they believed were harmful. This internal split highlighted the ripple effect of public speculation, reaching far beyond the individuals named in headlines. As days turned into weeks, the story evolved less through confirmed developments and more through emotional reactions. Each new post-reaction video or anonymous tip added fuel to a fire built largely on uncertainty. Fans are shocked not only by the rumors themselves, but by how quickly they became invested. The situation stood as a reminder of how powerful online storytelling can be, shaping perceptions even when facts remain unverified, and leaving everyone waiting for clarity that may or may not arrive as the online conversation deepened. Attention slowly shifted from alleged documents and dates to the emotional weight such rumors carry. Commentators began asking what it feels like to have years of commitment reduced to trending topics and reaction clips. Some fans expressed sympathy, pointing out that no matter how public a relationship may be, endings are rarely simple. Others were less forgiving, insisting that public figures must accept scrutiny as part of their careers. This contrast in empathy versus expectation kept the debate alive and emotionally charged podcasts. And live streams joined the discussion, each host adding their own interpretation. One voice would argue that the timing of these reports felt intentional, while another insisted it was coincidence driven by curiosity. The back and forth created an echo chamber where opinions grew louder with each retelling. Emotions ran high as listeners picked sides, often aligning with whoever best reflected their own beliefs. About loyalty and change, some alleged insiders claimed that private conversations had taken place behind closed doors, where frustration and sadness mixed with practicality. According to these narratives, decisions were not impulsive but shaped by long discussions about futures that no longer matched. Whether true or not, these stories added depth to the picture, suggesting that what looks sudden to outsiders may have been building quietly for years. Fans are shocked by how differently a situation can appear depending on where you stand. Social media also became a space for reflection, not just speculation. People shared personal stories of relationships that ended despite love still being present. These posts often reference the headlines indirectly, using them as a mirror for their own experiences. In this way, the rumor transformed into a broader conversation about growth, compromise, and knowing when to let go. The story stopped being only about two names and started resonating with countless lives at the same time. Backlash grew against the intensity of the coverage. Critics argued that repeating unverified claims crossed a line, turning human pain into entertainment. They questioned the responsibility of platforms that profit from clicks while offering little accountability. This pushback introduced a moral layer, forcing audiences to confront their role in spreading narratives. The family was left divided in public opinion, with some viewers demanding restraint and others craving updates. Claressa. Shields once again found herself pulled into the center of discussion, often without her own words being part of it. Supporters emphasized her achievements and independence, urging people to stop framing her through rumored relationships. Detractors continued to speculate, claiming that public silence fueled curiosity. This imbalance highlighted how easily a person's identity can be reshaped by association rather than action. Remy Ma's supporters remained vocal, praising her strength and resilience. They shared clips and quotes that reflected perseverance, framing her silence as intentional and powerful. To them, not responding was a statement in itself. Others interpreted the quiet as strategic, a way to avoid escalating a situation already spinning out of control. Once again, the same action was read in opposite ways. Depending on perspective. Papoose single quotes S name continued trending, often attached to discussions about accountability and honesty. Fans revisited his public persona, debating whether it aligned with the current rumors. Some argued that people evolve and deserve space to choose happiness. Others felt betrayed, holding on to older images of commitment. Emotions ran high as expectations collided with reality, or at least the version of reality being presented online. As speculation dragged on, fatigue began setting in. Even the most engaged followers admitted feeling overwhelmed by the constant cycle of claims and counterclaims. Yet the story refused to fade, sustained by curiosity and the hope of clarity. Each day without confirmation became its own headline, reinforcing the sense that something significant was unfolding. Even if no one could say exactly what by this point, the narrative had grown far beyond a single alleged letter or rumored date. It became a case study in how modern fame operates, where personal transitions are processed publicly and instantly. Fans are shocked not just by what is being said, but by how quickly speculation turns into perceived truth. The situation remained unresolved, suspended between rumor and reality, leaving audiences watching closely for whatever might come next as days passed. The conversation began to shift from explosive claims to long-term consequences. People started asking what happens after the noise fades and the cameras move on. Reports suggested that behind the scenes, there were efforts to stabilize personal lives while the public narrative continued to spiral. Some voices claimed that close friends urged distance from social media, warning that every reaction only added fuel. Others believed silence created its own storm, leaving too much room for imagination to run wild. Industry insiders weighed in with cautious language, reminding audiences that rumors often grow louder than facts. They pointed out how quickly assumptions can turn into accepted stories once repeated enough times. Fans are shocked by how easily timelines blur, with past interviews and old clips resurfacing to support entirely new theories. What once seemed like separate moments were suddenly stitched together into a single, dramatic storyline. There were also claims that legal teams were quietly monitoring the situation, not to confirm anything, but to prepare for potential fallout. According to online chatter, contracts, appearances, and future plans were being reconsidered in light of the ongoing speculation. Even without confirmation, uncertainty alone can affect opportunities. Emotions ran high among supporters who worried about reputations being shaped by headlines rather than truth. The role of media platforms became a central topic of debate. Some creators defended their coverage as commentary on trending reports, not statements of fact. Others faced criticism for sensational thumbnails and dramatic wording. Viewers began questioning where commentary ends and exploitation begins. This self-awareness did little to slow engagement, but it did add tension to the conversation. Private moments were allegedly becoming harder to protect. Reports claimed that everyday outings were scrutinized with photos analyzed for hidden meaning. A smile, a glance, or even absence from an event sparked fresh speculation. This level of attention created an atmosphere where normal life felt impossible. The family was left divided, not just emotionally, but in how they chose to navigate public curiosity. Supporters on all sides called for empathy, reminding others that real people exist behind trending topics. They urged patience and restraint, arguing that time often reveals more than constant commentary. Yet patience proved difficult in a culture driven by immediacy. Each quiet moment felt like anticipation, as if everyone was waiting for a final reveal that might never come. Some commentators suggested that the lack of clear answers was itself the ending, a reminder that not every story concludes neatly. Relationships change, people grow apart, and sometimes the public never gets the closure it demands. This perspective challenged the audience to accept uncertainty, something social media rarely encourages. As speculation continued, a few voices chose reflection over reaction. They questioned why stories about separation and new beginnings attract such intense fascination. Perhaps it is the fear of change or the hope that public figures mirror our own experiences. Whatever the reason, the story resonated far beyond its original scope, touching on loyalty, reinvention, and the cost of visibility. By now, the narrative had become layered with opinions, emotions, and unanswered questions. What began as reports claiming a dramatic shift had evolved into a broader conversation about love under pressure. Fans are shocked not only by the rumors themselves, but by how deeply invested they feel in an outcome that may never be confirmed. In the end, the situation remains suspended between claim and reality. No definitive statements, no clear resolution, only ongoing discussion shaped by perspective and belief. And as long as curiosity remains, the story continues to live on timelines, feeds, and late-night conversations, waiting for clarity that may arrive quietly, or not at all. So now it comes down to you. Because stories like this do not survive without audience voices shaping what they become. You have heard the reports, the reactions, and the emotional waves that followed. But the biggest question is still open. What do you think is really happening behind all this noise? Do you believe these claims are pointing toward a major life change? Or is this just another example of rumors growing larger than reality? Fans are shocked, divided, and passionate, and your opinion is part of that conversation. When you scroll through comments, you can feel how emotions ran high, with some defending loyalty, while others argue people have the right to move on. The family was left divided in public opinion, and that division reflects how complex relationships truly are. There is no single answer, only perspectives. If you enjoy breaking down trending reports, questioning narratives, and exploring the drama without blindly accepting it as fact, then you already know this channel is for you. This is where we talk about what is being said, not claim it is truth, and where commentary matters just as much as headlines. So take a moment and let your voice be heard. Drop a comment below and tell everyone where you stand on this situation. Do you think silence means something big is coming? Or do you feel this will slowly fade away? Your thoughts might spark the next big discussion. And if you do not want to miss out on the next story that has everyone talking, make sure you like this video and subscribe to the channel. Turn on notifications so you stay updated when new commentary drops. Share this video with friends who love entertainment drama as much as you do, because these conversations are always better when more voices join in at the end of the day. Stories come and go, but discussion keeps them alive. Stay curious, stay engaged, and keep watching, because the next report could change everything.